Sometimes it can take a while before we start earning a good income as a content creator. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if you want to start earning money today, you need to start working with brands. Because guess what? Some of us aren't in a position to be working with brands yet, and that's fine. I am here to tell you though that there are a few things that you could do today that will actually put you in the position to start earning money right now, regardless of your follower size. So if you feel like learning what those things are, stick with me. Also, this video is sponsored by Uscreen. More on them later. Okay, so before we cover the first point, just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to me already, please hit the subscribe button because I upload new content like this every single week. So let's move on to the first thing that you could do, which will allow you to start earning money as a creator today. Now, I'm going to call this the high reach affiliate strategy because I like to give names to things. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but it's going to do for now. Essentially, what this strategy is an affiliate marketing strategy, but one which allows creators with small audiences or who are just getting started to actually earn a decent income. If you're new to affiliate marketing, it's essentially when a creator promotes a brand, product, or service. And then if that creator's audience goes ahead and purchases the product or the service, the creator will get a percentage of that sale, which is also known as a commission, right? So it really is a win-win-win scenario. The creator earns a commission, the brand gets a sale, and the audience member gets a new item, right? Everyone wins. Now, when it comes to using affiliate marketing as a way to earn an income, it is usually something that creators with big audiences are able to leverage, right? So people who have thousands of people in their audience, they are usually the ones who make the most money from affiliate links, simply because there are more people tuning into their content and therefore they're more likely to purchase the things that they're recommending. I'm here to tell you though that you do not need a big audience to start earning some money through affiliate marketing. And this is where the high reach affiliate strategy comes in. Essentially, in order for you to actually earn money through affiliate marketing, you don't necessarily have to have a lot of followers or subscribers. What you do need to have though is high reach. So it's not actually about the audience that are already following you and continuously tuning into your content. It's more about how many people you can reach with each individual piece of content that you share. So in order for you to leverage this strategy properly, what you want to do is focus on sharing high reach content. Now, for most platforms, high reach content is anything that is short form vertical video. So on YouTube, that's shorts. On Instagram, that's Instagram Reels. On TikTok, that's TikToks. When you create short form vertical video content, you are more likely to reach a broader audience than when you create any other form of social media content, right? So we know that short form videos is high reach content. And we also know that we want to earn some money from affiliate links. So what we want to do is start to create short form video content that is designed to promote one specific product to your audience. So on TikTok, you can do this really seamlessly because you can actually tag the products that you're promoting. And it's really easy for the viewers of your TikTok to shop that item and you earn a commission from it. And a lot of people don't realize that creators are actually earning a commission for the items that they're recommending to you on TikTok. So in case you didn't know that, learn something new today, right? So on a platform like TikTok, it's super easy for you to do this strategy, but it's also possible for you to do it on other platforms too. Again, focusing on short form videos and just making sure your affiliate link for the product or service you're promoting is easy to find for your audience and you're telling them where to find it. So if it's in your link in bio on Instagram, make sure you tell your audience that that's where it is. If it's in the description box on YouTube, then make sure you tell your audience that that's where it is. Once you do that and you pair that with your high reach content, that is how you're able to unlock affiliate commission and more sales, even if you don't have a big audience. Okay, so the second thing that you could do to start earning money as a content creator today is to monetize your existing audience. So a lot of people tell themselves, okay, I can't create a membership, for example, because I don't have a big audience yet. Obviously, the bigger your audience when it comes to this kind of thing, the more money you're likely to make when you initially launch, like without a doubt. But that doesn't mean that you can't launch with a small audience. If you have taken your time to actually build an audience of advocates, so people who truly love your content, but also if you've taken the time to establish know, like, and trust of your audience through opening a dialogue, creating valuable content consistently, if you've done these things, there's a big chance that you have a community of people who would love to enter a membership with you. Now, if we focus on memberships for this video, the added bonus of monetizing your community this way is that as your audience grows, your membership will grow alongside it. An example that's not the same, but somewhat similar, when I had a couple hundred people in my audience, I released my first ebook, which probably sounds ridiculous. And when I look back to it, I'm always like, who did I think I was? I I'd literally been on YouTube for like 3 months and I was like, cool, I'm going to make an ebook. Now, when I launched the ebook, it made a couple £100, which was great for its first month of sales. And over time, sales for that ebook grew. By the end of that year, that ebook was making me £1,000 in almost passive income. I say almost because I don't really believe that anything's truly passive when it comes to income, but it was pretty passive as far as passive income goes. Now, you can create a similar effect if you launch something like a membership. And a pro tip here is to promote your membership through evergreen content. Evergreen content is basically content that can continuously be viewed by people long after you posted it. So that is things like blog posts, podcast episodes, YouTube videos, like this is evergreen. Someone might be watching this in like 4 or 5 years' time, in which case, hello, future person. I hope the world's doing well. So by mentioning your membership in your evergreen content, you're allowing people to continuously hear about your membership way into the future. And that is what allows you to unlock the steady growth of your membership and therefore increase your income. Now, you might be thinking, Jade, memberships sound great, but how on earth do I go about creating one? Well, this is the part of the video where I want to talk to you all about Uscreen. Uscreen is a video monetization platform which empowers entrepreneurs and content creators to monetize their content by building thriving membership businesses and communities. So let me break down to you how Uscreen works. Creators, regardless of the size, whether you have a big audience or a small audience, can sell their video content using Uscreen. Uscreen allows creators to build these beautiful video membership websites or actually create their membership and host it on an application without the need for like a software engineer or developer skills that you would normally need to create something of that magnitude. Instead, you can use Uscreen to build your membership site for you. You can also pick your own different pricing models so that you can actually establish recurring income from your audience in order for them to access your video content. Here are a few of my favorite things about Uscreen. Firstly, everything that you need is in one place. Now, you might think, okay, that sounds great, but let me just stress to you how useful this is. It's everything from your billing, your analytics, your video streaming, your hosting, user support, and mobile and TV applications. You can access and control all of these elements using Uscreen. It basically gives you all of the elements that you need to build and scale a successful membership. Another thing that I love about Uscreen is that it offers you a completely customizable landing page. Now, if you've ever tried to build a landing page before, which I'm sure some of you have, because I definitely have, it can be really difficult, especially when the platform that you're using just isn't user-friendly or isn't very intuitive. Uscreen is the opposite of that. It's super easy to use Uscreen's landing page builder to create a landing page that works for you and aligns with your brand and looks beautiful and works perfectly. Also, if you use Uscreen to host your membership site, you will have complete clarity on how much it costs for you to actually do so. So they offer completely transparent prices and no hidden fees. And this is something that a lot of other providers just do not offer. A lot of the time you will be told something costs X amount when actually once you start running your site, you realize there's loads of additional fees and costs included. That will not be the case if you use Uscreen for your membership. If you're wondering what your membership site might look like, I'm going to put an example of one on the screen. So this one is Full Out TV, and it's basically a membership which teaches you how to dance, which is really cool. So as you can see, they fully customized their landing page, they fully customized their membership, and they've made a super impactful landing page, which I'm sure has allowed them to go on to have loads of success as a membership site. So if you feel like creating your own membership site, head to uscreen.tv to find out more. I will also include the link in my description. Okay, so the next thing that you can do today, which will allow you to start earning money as a content creator pretty quickly, is to look into merchandise. Now, you might be wondering why I had such a weird tone when I introduced this one. And if you've listened to my podcast before, you'll know why. I have a complicated relationship when it comes to merchandise. So there are a few things that we need to talk about to ensure that you're actually going to do this properly if you decide to go down the merchandise route. So the reason why I'm bringing up merchandise at all is because it is one of the income streams that you can establish when you have a small following or when you are new to the game, right? The reason why this is an accessible income stream is because there are multiple companies which allow you to create merchandise super easily. Essentially, there are these different platforms like Printful. I always forget if it's Printiful or Printful. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. Spreadshop, like those kind of companies, which basically allow you to create your merchandise using their store, and also they will fulfill any orders that you get from your merchandise. So you can create visual mock-ups of your merchandise, you can sell it to your audience, and when someone purchases that product, either print Plentiful or Spreadshop or whoever else you're working with will fulfill the order for you. Now, this is significantly easier than any other product-based business that you try to create. Trust me, I've had a few product-based businesses before. Having to fulfill orders is actually so difficult. It's quite the ag, and it loses its spark after like the second order. It's one of those things that you think is really fun. Like, I'm going to head to the post office and drop off all my stuff and I'm going to feel so accomplished. Honestly, it gets old really quick. So I think the whole model behind merchandise makes complete sense. And that's why I wanted to put it inside this video. However, there are multiple caveats that we need to discuss when it comes to merchandise. If you are going to create your own merchandise, you need to consider these things. The first thing is that you have to market the hell out of that merchandise. It is not enough for you to create some merchandise and then just link to it through your content. That's not enough. You need to have a marketing plan. You have to sit down and figure out, how are you going to talk about your merchandise? How often are you going to talk about your merchandise? What assets, that basically means like what content, so videos, photos, etc. What assets are you going to create to promote your merchandise? These are all things that you've got to think about, and you've got to think about it in a lot of detail, because you are essentially selling a product. And even if this is a product that you're not creating or fulfilling yourself, you are still selling a product, and that requires so much work when it comes to marketing. Why do you think companies have like 30-person marketing teams? It's not for fun. It's because marketing's hard. The other thing that I want you to consider if you do go down the merchandise route is to create merchandise that has a value to your audience. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of the time people think, okay, I'm going to do merchandise and I'm going to make these jumpers and it's going to have my logo on it and they're going to sell like wildfire. Now, some creators can do that and it does sell like wildfire, and that's because those creators have like advocates and fans. They have people in their audience who absolutely love them, right? And good for them. For us mere mortals, we don't always have that, which means we need to create a merchandise item that is actually of value to our audience outside of just creating something that has our logo on it. There has to be an actual use. The example that I use all the time, and I've got to get a new example, but Babish, who runs the YouTube channel, which is called Babish Culinary Universe, he actually created a line of cookware. Now, this is genius merchandising. And to be honest, it's verging more on just product development and design. But he created a line of cookware which fits in seamlessly with his content, but which actually has a value outside of just producing something with his logo on it. People use the cookware to cook with, right? At least I'm assuming that's what people are using it for. So because of that, that product can sell even without Babish himself. And that is a mark of a really great product or merchandise that a creator has produced. Okay, so I've decided to add a bonus tip in here. And this one is more about your audience. Now, I wanted to flag this because a lot of the time when I work with creators or when I speak to creators, they tell me, look, I just need to reach 10,000 followers, or I just need to reach 100,000 followers. And that is when I'll be earning a decent income. That is when I could quit my job, etc., so on and so forth. Now, I do have a slight issue with this way of thinking. And my issue is that having a big audience does not always unlock income. It's not like once you get 100K, you suddenly start earning hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. That's not how it works, unfortunately. Actually, you can start earning a decent income when you have significantly fewer people in your audience, as long as your audience are super high quality. There are creators who have 10,000 people in their audience combined, and they are making hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. There are creators who have a couple 100,000 people in their audience and they're making a couple £1,000s a year. And I know this because I've quite literally worked with both type of creator before. So I know for a fact that these creators exist. The biggest difference between these creators is that the creators with a small audience have an engaged audience and they have learned how to monetize that engaged audience. So you might be wondering, how do you go about creating an engaged audience? I'm going to give you a few tips, but I'm also going to link to a video up here where you can get even more information. So first of all, to have a truly engaged audience, you need to have a dialogue with them. So you need to be repeatedly opening a channel of a communication with your audience. A lot of people don't just want to be spoken at, they want to be spoken with. Does that make sense? I'm going to run with it. I feel like it makes sense. You get what I'm trying to say. And what that basically means is all of your content shouldn't be purposely focused on you just speaking to your audience. Every now and again, you should be making an effort to invite them to speak to you. So whether that's you hopping on your stories and using an interactive sticker where they can ask you questions or take part in a poll, or whether that's you inviting people to leave a comment under your videos and then responding to those comments. Having some kind of dialogue there is what's going to move your audience from just being a viewer down to someone who is an advocate. Another thing that you should do is always focus on providing value. Now, I always say that value can come in multiple different forms. The most common forms of value is educational value. That's like my value that I normally try to offer. Entertaining value, relatable value, and inspirational value, right? Try and hit one of those on a regular basis, and that will help you build a lot of trust with your audience. They will start to seek out your content because they're actively getting value from it. Last, but certainly not least, if you're truly serious about monetizing your audience or your content, you need to listen to your audience. If you want to do this, you need to start treating content creation like a business. And in businesses, people listen to their audience. They do feedback and research with their audience. They take on what their audience are saying to them. We've got to do that too, because realistically, if we're going to monetize this, then it's basically a business. And we need to start acting like a business if you want to really give this a good go. Okay, guys, that is it for today's video. If you feel like hanging around, I really recommend watching this video. It's all about my secret tools that I use as a content creator. Now, there are a lot of tools in here, which I'm fairly certain you've not heard about before, and they are game changers. Do not forget to check out Uscreen via the link in my description. Thank you so much for watching as always. I can't wait to see you in my next video.